G'day, guys. Part two with Mr. Helton from Australia via Calgary, Alberta, Canada. One of my favourite places. I always say about kangaroos, koalas, and Steve Irwin impersonations. It'd probably be moose, bears, and bears are nice. I laugh.
Terribly.
I laugh. They're dangerous. I know they're dangerous. I watch when bears attack. All right, I'm crazy.
We we've been over this a few times. Your liking of bears is a bit odd.
I'm an odd person anyway. How can you not
Yeah.
be odd being a professional wrestler? Look at this. Anyway,
That is true.
we are an odd crew, but we are people that as I said, you get you. There's a real family with
Yeah,
us, and I think the easiest way to describe it, ladies and gentlemen, is basically we don't have to talk at all. But if you're a worker, you've been on tour, you had that that family bond, you can't go wrong. It just
no,
is, isn't it, mate?
that's right. It's family that's not quite family. They're
I reckon
different
it's
family.
family anyway. It doesn't matter. Blood. We can go on
Yeah.
about that for. I can rant on that forever. So you came to Australia, Mister Helton. Um.
Yes, it
So
is.
so you did what you had to do, and you knew you were a pro wrestler. Now, did you? We know that you came in and you wrestled. You had the experience, and I know when I first met you. Um. I go on. Hang on. This guy's trained at the Hart Dungeon. Wow. Hang on a minute. He knows what he's doing. But Billy Cole was another one. He went did some training
Yes.
at the Hart Dungeon as well. And obviously, then you had Robbie Matrix who tagged up with Dean Ambrose, which he'll come on. He's going to come on. Robbie, Billy, love yous. You know how it is. Um, can you tell us a little bit about the difference or the experience that you brought to the Aussie wrestling scene? I think you can say, I had this great match with this person, but I think what it was for us is you as a mentor. How did you when you walked into the locker room and everyone did respect you? I know that. And all the boys, Gibbsy,
Yes.
all those guys, right? You know, even
Yeah, because
even
no,
the
because
dark,
it was
even the
really
dark,
good.
even the dark Cardies.
Yes.
How are you,
Yeah,
boys? Haven't seen you for a while. The Cardies.
it was because like like you watch AEW, they try and do everything for everybody all at once and just do like 18 different matches in one match. And coming here, it was like, I don't want to say dumb yourself down, but that's the only thing I
We're
can think.
very
Like,
simple. We're very simple here in that
yeah,
way. Yeah, and that's a good thing.
yeah. It's like I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but it's like, yeah, I had to dumb myself down because like I've like by that time I've done a lot of stuff, and it's like kind of like if I decided to play rugby with somebody, you just can't start shooting high level rugby things at me because I don't know, and that's not that'd be your fault for trying to get me to do it because I don't have the experience. So I had to go, okay,
Can
moving
I?
back to like maybe my third year of wrestling, like still use the experience to have like a good match, but kind of go, okay, how can I take a third year match? Because I think I wrestled Tyson Gibbs' first match. I think it was a few people's first matches
Gibbs is a
where it's
great.
like,
Gibbs is a great bloke. Can I ask you,
oh
Mister?
yeah,
Can I ask you, Mister Helton? How did you feel about stepping into that role? I mean, you know, we knew that this is Australia, where we're small we're a bit smaller in the pro wrestling circuit when we first started. How did you take it coming in and you having that role, that mentor role, that leadership role when you walked into the locker room and they, people, we know we all respected you so much, and we heard what had happened and all that, but how did you take it as a person? How were you as a leader, locker room leader, walking in,
oh
going, and you were, and everyone, and this is the great thing about what we did. We were, I haven't been backstage these days, but I know it's very respectful as it is.
yeah.
Okay, and that's totally, what it is. But how did you take that as a person that, you wrestled in ECW and you wrestled Taz and a few others and the Undertaker in WWE as a in a squash match, but
Yeah.
we respected that. How did you take it as a person? How did you respond?
Well, it was really nice because when I was first breaking in, there's a wrestler named Jerry Morrow,
Yep.
and he he's from the West Indies with a French accent, so he was kind of hard to understand. So I think that's why he
Like
didn't make it.
SD Special Delivery Jones.
Yes, yeah, but he was kind of he had kind of a hard accent to understand. So
Yep.
kind of like Andre the Giant. It's like Andre the Giant won the great promo because of his heavy French accent, and so Jerry was about the same, but he could work his ass off, and he was nice. Like I wanted like if I were to stay in Canada, that would have been my career highlight was to have a match where I beat Jerry Morrow, because the first couple times we wrestled, like I said, I was like 180 pounds and he was 245 or something,
Yep.
and like a 20-year veteran, and so he beat me in like 4 or 5 minutes, and then maybe my comeback would be when I go pick you up, you headbutt me in the stomach, and that's my move. That's my one move for the whole thing. But after like 2 or 3 years, it's like I get more and more in. I'll start off and I'll get a shine at the beginning. I'll do the hip toss and arm drag spots, and I'll get him going, and then he beats the crap out of me.
So what
And then
happened? So what happened, right? Sorry to cut you off there.
that's
But
right.
okay, so you've got your mentor, but then you walked into our locker room
Yes,
and we
yeah,
thought,
that's what I was. I was excited because like I mean I think I was only 30 at the time, so I wasn't like Jerry was 47 I think at the time that he was helping me out. But I thought, you know what, I can beat Jerry Morrow for all these guys. I'm not going to be a big main event. Look at me, the champion all everywhere I go. I mean, I don't want that. But
but you
it,
were respected enough to have that, Mr. Helton.
yeah,
I mean, you went to, I mean, when the amount of times you and me went up and down the road, wrestling in different towns, and you're a big guy. You had a Canadian accent. You were, and you had that aura about you. But when you walked backstage, you could see the respect that we had for you. How did that
yeah.
make you feel?
Well, I mean, that was kind of kind of like you calling me Mr. Helton. It's like it's nice, but I kind of find it odd because it's like I don't see you as anything but a peer and a friend.
Yep.
So it's like I'm not above anybody. I'm just like
No,
anybody else
not at
who's a
all. No,
wrestler
no, no,
here.
not at all. That's
And
very
so it's like
humbling.
yeah, so it's like it's nice, but it's kind of like all right, like I'm not the boss or anything. It's like I'm just doing what the booker tells me to do too. It's just I
Yeah.
have more
You have
experience, but yeah. So it's like if we were to work together, it's kind of like please don't shoot down every idea I have because I kind of know what I'm doing. But other than that, it's like
I don't think
you
did
don't
you
have to move seats for me. You don't have to go get me a towel. You don't have to do anything like that because
was
I'm
there
just
was you
me, the
okay?
guy.
What you didn't have, do you think? Obviously, look, we've heard stories about that happening.
Hmm.
You know,
Yes.
what did you? Okay, as a role model, did you? Well, I mean, a lot of people did ask you, um, Mr. Helton, what do you think? And we didn't
Hmm.
shoot anything down because we knew you knew what you were doing. And the tar and feather match was
Yes.
perfect that time. Um, the tar and feather
It,
match with Gibbsy. I mean, um, with on IWA TV. That was a big thing. But
I,
how much did you? I mean, I saw you talking to a lot of people backstage. Did a lot of people come to you for advice? Go, hang on, this guy, and obviously being the humble guy you did what you did. But did you take that on board and really try to help people with that? I'd like to take this time to shout out our supporters at Liberty Bullion, the best gold, silver, and platinum traders in Melbourne, even Australia. If you want to give them a call, their knowledge, their customer service is second to none. Back to the show.
oh, if anybody asks, it's like I'll like I said, I'll talk to you for hours about wrestling if I think I can help. I'm happy to help. It was more like not when I was with you guys, but kind of like the later crew were kind of like I'll get your advice, but I got a whole lot of like say like the last I've been here for 20, so the first 10 years I never heard it. Then like get more and more, and now it's always like yeah, but whereas like it's a new like it's a new sport now. It's like it's not a new sport. Just kind of like Eddie Van Halen didn't invent a guitar. He plays it a little bit differently, but it's not like
We
I
were
don't
heat,
know.
mate. We were heat machines. All
Yeah.
right.
Oh,
We were absolute heat machines. Right now, everyone knows the gimmick. I played the rock and roller gimmick with Julian James. Um,
good
you
old
know,
Julian.
yeah, we played the classic. I believe Billy and Chuck were rip-offs of us.
Yes.
We always have a joke, Mr. Helton, about if I talk to Julian, we always have a joke about any gimmick that was that kind of way inclined after us. I mean, the only one that could ever come near us, we always joke about, is Adrian Street, because
Yes.
that's the guy I idolized. And that's the guy that, when we went that way, when we went to that, and the thing was, when Julia and I got together, and he managed me, we were kind of come out as these '80s rockers,
Yeah.
but we got turned by the crowd. We listened to the crowd. The crowd said,
Yes.
"Oh, look at these two. These two are very friendly,"
Yes.
and we've just
And
gone, right, go, yeah. And we never
yeah,
said
and
one
it's
time we were that way inclined. Not once.
no,
Not
it's just
once. But where I was going with that, sorry to cut you off there, but
that's right.
I want to hear your answer about how you helped others and what that meant to you, and what
Well,
you
I've
and what that and with regards to crowds and understanding, understand listening to the crowd, and not it's not just doing a massive sit down power bomb. Who gives two hoots if it
no, it's
doesn't
like
mean anything? But I think, yeah, I'll let you go. Sorry, mate. Yeah, keep going. I can go
that's
forever.
good. I think it's like I said, it's like everybody wants to show off everything they can do, and it's like don't show off everything you can do. Show off a quarter of what you can do, and then when you come back, you can show them more. But if you show them everything you do, the next time you come back is going to be a repeat, and people are going to get bored really quickly, and your body's gonna be sore if you come back next week because you're taking way too many bumps. And it's like bumps are important, but they're the least fun part of the game. It's like I
A
don't
lot
want to
of
take 50 bumps of in a match if I can take three.
well,
And
I
so if
told
you can,
yeah, exactly, and you got to tell the story. I mean, when I played the Apache Warrior gimmick, I mean, I bumped pretty much most of the match.
hmm,
And everyone liked working with me because I made sure my number one priority was to put them over. And that's where I
yes,
walked in because I knew I had the gimmick. I mean, it was all right. The crowd was
yes,
going to go. I wouldn't be put where I was put if I didn't have the gimmick, right?
yes. And it's
But
like don't take advantage of you knowing that you want to bump. So it's like, well, he's gonna bump for me, so I'm gonna give him two superplexes, a couple of power bombs, and like just bump you all over the place because not that's kind of disrespectful for you saying,
the
"Oh,
only
well, you're gonna give
one,
me my body. Let's see how I can abuse this."
well, this is the thing. This is where it takes about respect. You learn a lot about respect, about bringing it out and understanding that in the ring because you're putting your body with someone else and they're going to do something to you. You could be bloody hurt. So, and I learned that and I took that to the outside. Did you find that you were mentoring those people? Do you think the teachings of wrestling in that way, because we were in that sport together, and like, we all of us, back in the day, and you could put any of us together, and me and Bret Brady, bang.
Oh,
You and Tyson Gibbs, bang. Me and Angus McLeod, bang. Whoever it may be, Robbie, you and Robbie Matrix, Rob Matrix and bloody Billy, keep going. Bronson King and me as a tag team against um, Hunter Hayes and Billy and Brett Brady. It just, do you believe? I mean, it's okay. Look, I can do this move. We just had that. We just had that respect for each other, or someone,
yes,
and you learn that you take it out from the ring, if that makes sense, Mr. Helton.
yeah, and like that's the thing. It's like I'm not gonna name any name, but there's
No,
some
no,
people
no.
that work, and it's like I can only do that with like when I wrestled Lobo. I can only wrestle Lobo that way because I was a lot stiffer and rougher with Lobo than I was with everybody else because that's the style that Lobo wrestled with.
That's right. Great,
But
great work, great worker.
Oh, fantastic worker. But if I were to go, okay, well, I wrestled Lobo and then I wrestled you the next day, I'd be being an asshole because it's like that's not how it's usually done. I'm not going to powerbomb you over the top rope and to the floor
Well, you don't need. Well,
because
in the gimmick I had, you didn't need to. I mean, the thing is,
no,
you didn't need to. All you needed to do was make sure these kids in the front row were crying. All the people who
that's
are. I had that gimmick, whether it be the bad guy or the good guy. I had that gimmick where I had the crown in my hand, right, and it was quite
it's like
simple. It's not about doing the power bomb and you know. I did a cheesy elbow drop for crying out loud. The purple rain elbow was absolutely ridiculous, but
yes,
we had the
it's
commentators putting it over. It was absolutely ridiculous. But but because of the gimmick I played, they hated me for like, oh yeah, good on you.
see that's the thing. Like if you watch WWE with the sound down and just watch it and like just watch what they do and don't get hooked in by everything else, they rarely run. They walk at a like they walk with their big bodies with a big boy walk, but it's more of a march than they don't run unless they hit the ropes. And I try and teach like it's this is all an illusion. I like
What do you think happened? Okay. Let's look at let's put society. Let's put society's. Let's look at society that has changed,
mm,
and you look at professional wrestling,
well,
and
I think society.
I think it corresponds in a lot of ways. So make America great again. Hats are being banned. So you can be banned for wearing a hat into a restaurant and inciting violence. We've got people running around with machetes and people are worried about someone wearing a Make America Great hat again. That's what happened with Captain Baxter. A guy by the name of Andrew was banned from entering the building and eating there. Now, what I say is because everyone knows I'm the number one Village People fan in Australia, will YMCA be next? This is the Robin Hood Effect, episode 8, and we're talking about will the YMCA be banned for ridiculous reasons? This song brought happiness. Now, again, am I going to get hit? I'm going to tell you straight up, Village People, am I going to get hit with the YMCA? Oh, you can't sing YMCA because it's Trump's theme. I breathe heavily here. But is it going to affect it because of the way the world is? I don't think it should. And should I have the freedom of speech to sing and do the YMCA without having any repercussions? Oh, we're not going to like him because he likes Trump, and oh, he's a Trump supporter. If I let's play devil's advocate. Say I was in the Village People tribute, okay, the Australian tribute, and I did YMCA and I didn't like Trump. What would happen? I can guarantee you that I would get hit again. I would say, nah, I would get labeled as a Trump lover. You're this, you're that. People are so petty.
I think society and wrestling don't appreciate taking it easy. And like if it's not hard, then you're not working hard unless you're sweating and breaking your bones about it. It's like you see the what was it called, the culture. I get up at 6 o'clock in the morning. I work to noon, and then at noon I switch over and I get my job, and I go over to my other job, and then I do door deliveries at night, and then I get 4 hours sleep, and I get up and do it again. And it's like
Rinse and
you're
repeat.
way, you're working way too hard. Like that's just ridiculous. Like what are you getting out of that? Just like wrestling, it's like if I take 50 bumps, 6 power bombs, go through 3 tables, like what are you getting out of that? Because I can get the same result. Like I do respite care now. I make good money. A lot of the time, I'm just sitting there watching him watch YouTube. It's not an abuse to my body at all. I work like 3 to 11 at night, so I work my 8 hours sitting on a couch. I make him dinner. We watch YouTube, and then I don't need to be like up at 5 in the morning lifting heavy bales of whatever I'm lifting or moving something or like no. It's like, but people look down on it, and go, oh well, that's not really working if you're not like. a lot of time when I wrestled, I didn't sweat because I was in really good shape, and we walked and talked, and maybe did an arm drag, and then stole the arm and worked on the arm for 3 minutes, which is just twisting your wrists. That doesn't make you sweat. I can do that here and
The emotional
make people.
connection, the emotional connection I know I had, especially when
Yes,
I was playing the fruity rock and roller gimmick. I
yes.
mean, no, and I don't care. You clickbait this. There was no one better than me and Julian James when we played that heel gimmick. There's no one better.
No,
There was
no. It's like
absolutely no one better. And we had a team where I know I've got a better voice now, but Julian was my voice, and it was he
yeah.
was and he still is a freaking brilliant on the mic. And but
It's what you like.
he taught me a lot. He taught me how to be a frontman, and
Well, yeah, I
I
think it's
value
like
and we value each other still to this day. We still laugh and we still think we still know. And I'll go, you're going to get hate. We're going to get hate on this. I don't really care because we were the best team going around. And we added Firestarter. God bless him, he's upstairs now.
yeah.
But we were the ones that people wanted to come and see. That we'd walk out, big colours, big feather boas, and all those kind of things. And like I think connection to the crowd, and this is what happens in life, Mr. Helton. I think when we connect at the kind of person that we are, whether it be a character or stuff, you just work out from there. What I wanted to
100%. It's integrity. It's that like everybody goes, oh, you're just like wanting to do wrestling and just be so serious. Well, it's like it's not that I want to be serious because I love being goofy. You know, I love being goofy,
absolutely do.
and I was goofy a lot when I was wrestling, but I did it with the integrity of what I was doing. It wasn't like I'm what was it called, breaking the fourth wall. I I never broke the fourth wall to be goofy, but I was goofy in my own character. And if you can keep your character and your integrity, that's when people stick with you. But if I'm trying to be the bad guy and then all of a sudden I do a really fancy move because I can, that gets people on my side, which is nice, but I don't want that as a bad guy. It's like, oh, look at the cool.
It's He-Man versus Skeletor, my friend, and that's what's lost.
Exactly. And then all of a sudden it's like if He-Man spoke Skeletor in the eye for no reason, he's not He-Man anymore. But if Skeletor does something cool and like does a triple backflip and like does something cool and takes He-Man down, like legitimately just that was awesome, Skeletor. You took He-Man down. No, you gotta throw
The
dirt in
way
He-Man's eyes first before you do it, or people get on your side and go,
there's a
well, he's pretty cool.
there's emotional dance. You got to have a bad guy
Yes.
to play against the good guy to make the good guy look better. Now I'm going to move on,
All right.
and your great transformation, my friend. The picture will come
Oh,
up very soon. I want to know about about how the mental and emotional stress that you put yourself on when you're at a certain level, and what really ticked you to get into super shape again. You're looking fantastic.
well, thank you. I actually I had a brain operation a few years ago, and he always said like, be careful because from now on you'll be prone to like a few diseases just because my hormones aren't 100%. And just over the last couple of years, uh, they said like, oh, your blood sugar is getting a little bit high. And it's like, okay, I'll watch that. And then it's like, oh, it's come down a little bit, but your triglycerides are up. It's like, oh, well, how do you fix that? And they say, well, try this. And I was just slowly getting bad. It's like I think normal blood sugar is like 5.4 or something like that, or 5.7. It's like, but I was around there. It's like it's a little bit high, like 5.8, 5.9, and then it creeped up to like 6.1. And then it's like, oh, 6.4, that's like bad. And then it's like, you might have diabetes with this score. So it's like, well, I don't want that. So I was like, well, and then I YouTubed and Googled and just did a lot of research on like why, like, because I said, like, you don't eat bad, but you're kind of losing the battle here. And so I said, all right, well, what do I do? And so I cut out like a whole lot of breads and starches and potatoes and all that. It's like, technically they're not bad for you, but apparently they don't agree with me. And I'll give her a plug, even though she doesn't know me and I don't get any money off this. It's she's called the Glucose Goddess, about insulin and blood sugar. She's on Instagram and YouTube, and so I started watching her stuff, and it's more. She has 10. I can't remember them all, but there's 10 hacks that you go through, and it's like you eat protein, fats, proteins, and then carbs and sugars at the end of your meal. And if you eat them in that order, you don't get such a reaction from your body if you eat it in any other way. And if you're going to have something like, and it's nice because like it's not one of those things where it's like, don't do this, don't do that, don't watch it. And it's like, just be aware that it's like it's bad for you. But if you're gonna like, I had a Mars bar today, which is like before it'd be like, oh no, I feel so guilty. I've broken my diet or whatever. But it's like just be aware that okay, I've had a Mars bar on Sunday. Don't on Sunday I kind of indulge, but I walk every morning, and I got a really good trainer at the gym,
Yep.
and he showed me like, especially after like with my neck is like, and I dislocated my shoulder a few years ago,
Yep.
and I was like a lot of the weights I was doing up in my neck,
Yep.
like I was protecting my neck and shrugging my shoulders, and you have to have your shoulders down and back and kind of keep them wide because I was all scrunched up. So I was just kind of mostly working up here instead of doing all the muscles. And so he's got me getting a bit more muscles involved and like building up the legs, which burns off more body sugar. Like muscle burns off is more metabolic. I can't say that word.
Metabolism.
Metab. Yeah,
That one.
it yeah metabolic. I don't know, like metabolically, however you say it. But
Metabolism.
yeah, it gets your metabolism going more than like if you have more muscles, your metabolism is better.
Right.
And so I'm starting to put on a bit of weight again, and like, but good muscle weight. My weight isn't going up, but my muscles are getting bigger, and so that's helping me burn off some of the extra sugar that's in my body. And the last time I went, it's like I'm down point 0.4 of a point, so it's like I'm almost back to normal. And that was a good enough scare to go. Okay, he's right. I can't really. I don't deprive myself, but I'm not like everybody else where it's like, oh, I'll go out for Halloween and have a few Halloween candies and be fine. It's like if I do that, it's like I'll wake up in the next week. It's like, oh, you've gained 4 pounds,
Yeah, it's just a
which
case of
is
getting your body weight right. It's like I've done the
yeah,
same. I like to um experiment, not really experiment, but say like potatoes gone for me. Because
yes,
there's the bloke, like bread. I don't have hardly any, maybe one or two slices a week, or some pita
yeah,
breads or something like that. But high protein diets, get rid of dairy, lactose
yes,
free butter and stuff. If I want some butter, it's lactose free cheese.
yes.
Um,
I
I'm,
have lactose free milk. I I can't get rid of the milk yet. I quite enjoy my
that's all
milk.
right. I have my almond milk, so yeah. But just,
Yes.
ladies and gentlemen, just what it is. I just say, look, eliminate sugars and high
Yeah,
fats.
that's
That's a good start, and also reduce the
it
amount
is.
you. I go in versus out. That's all I've always said. The in versus out theory. Um,
Yes. Yeah, and just be aware that some things
how much you move and how much you move. And look,
yes, and you have what do you call it? Like insulin. It's kind of like alcohol. If you eat like 4 potatoes, that'll make your insulin go up. And until you burn off that insulin, just like until you burn off your alcohol, you're not burning any fat because it's burning something else off,
that's correct. What
and
about?
that gets in the way. So
That's why I just look at the in and out theory. So I always look at remember how much movement you do compared to how much you put in. And the other thing is,
yes,
which I found, Mr. Helton, is basically it's not what you put in your mouth; it's the hit. The hit of
yes,
the taste, and the taste goes within 30 seconds. It's a hit thing.
yes,
It's like having a
it
hit.
is.
It's like having a hit of whatever you want to have a hit with.
It is. No, I
It's a more an emotional, and they say emotional eating. I think it's a hit meeting from up here because you're sort of as soon as you put, oh, that's nice, bam, 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 then it's gone. I think
yes.
people realize that. But look, it is what it
And,
is, and eating could be something to do with dealing with coping mechanism and all those kind of
yeah,
things, which is good.
and
But
like it does make you feel like it does make you feel better. It's like I don't know, like a Coke on a hot day or a ice cream sundae after a big win or something. It's like, oh, you associate that with, hey, that was a good time. I get a reward. And then like I'm not sure if you had the same thing here, but it's like, oh, you won your baseball game. Let's go to McDonald's and get a hamburger and ice cream. And so you associate hamburgers and ice cream with having a win and having a good
I
time.
tell you what I did do. I tell you what I did do after we had that hurricane experience in Houston. Um, when I got to Calgary. I got to Calgary a couple of days early, and I got in on an 11:30 flight. Fuck, I could have watched AEW if they got me in on time.
Mm,
I think it was just a test of patience. It's another test by the great universe. Anyway,
yes.
next morning I got up, off I went. Right, Canadian maple syrup. Let's go.
Oh, yes. I
So I
have
did
some of
that.
that. Yeah, I have some of that in my fridge for a special occasion, but yeah, that's just pure sugar.
Bloody oath.
If you have maple syrup every day, you'll be surprised how much weight you gain really quickly.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I went on a cruise, and that was, I think I should have called Guinness before I went on that cruise. I think I got on there like weighing 101 kilos, and I got off 10 days later weighing 115, just like a kilo a day, just like, oh. But it's I think the thing is, like, if you're dedicated, kind of like cleaning your house, whatever it is, if you're dedicated to do like a little bit each day, it's not that hard. It's just if you leave everything to Sunday and go, okay, I got 6 hours to wash my clothes, do my dishes, mop the floor, vacuum the floor, do it. It's like this is overwhelming.
It's being dedicated. I think it's a mindset game, Mr. Helton says. Basically
Yes.
how people go. Look, I want to finish off with one question. I was very honoured to when you came up to me in Newcastle. I think we are doing the Newcastle show, and you were going to retire,
Mm,
and you came up to me and you go, "I'd like to wrestle you for your last match," and I've just gone like. And the thing was, we'd known each other for a bit. Obviously, I'd done the fruity character, and
yes.
I've moved into the warrior gimmick, um, the warrior gimmick, that I did. And you came up to me and go, "I'd like to wrestle you for my last match," and I've just gone, "All right, awesome." I still remember the day we did that, and look, I want to say thanks,
Oh,
but we. And this is what I this is probably why I wanted to talk to you a bit about stoic behavior and being stellar. I mean, we joke around about it, but what was the what you came straight up to me and said, what? Why was it? I mean, you had there was a few others there. Don't get me wrong, and they're
yeah.
magnificent individuals, and I still call them family. But you came directly to me to wrestle me. Why? Do you remember? Do you remember any of the reasons why, or was it that we hadn't wrestled for a while, or what was it particular? 'Cause I know a lot of people like to work with people on the basis of their work, and also number two, the kind of person they are. They knew I'm very safe in the ring.
Yes.
What did you
Well,
what was your thinking behind that, my friend?
one, it was because it was going to be in front of my daughter, and it's like I knew I'd have a good match with you.
Yep.
That was high on the list. Like I know, like I highly respect your work. Where it's like I can do stuff with you without having to like. Some of the other guys are kind of like I'll have to dumb it down because they don't know, and
I
so
appreciate that.
yeah. So it's like, and two, you were the champion, so it's like, well, if I'm gonna leave, might as well put over the champion because that's a good way to say, well, I can't. I mean, not that anybody would know the story, but it's like if I can't beat you, it's like, well, I'm not gonna keep going if I can't beat the champ. And just yeah, it's like I respect you and I liked you, so it's like, well, if I can put over the champ and give him a good match on the way out to keep moving on down the road, that's what I'd like to do instead of
That was a good match too, mate. I must say,
oh
it was a cracker match. Um, because I'm a smaller guy, as I said, and the great thing about our crew was I was a smaller guy, and I love Big John Marshall and yourself, who
yes
um, I didn't mind bumping for you guys. And this is the respect. This is what I might be talking wrestling, ladies and gentlemen. We're talking about working between two people. It doesn't matter. It's a respect between two people, and what kind of person you are, and what kind of person you give out to be, and what your life can be, and what you and how people react to you. So, um, I had Mr. Helton, and I had Big John Marshall, who's about 6'8", And obviously I'm 6 foot, about 80 odd kilo. I was wrestling, my wrestling weight's about 89 or something like that, whatever it was, 80, 88, 89 kilos. So not the biggest guy. And I was quite happy to bump for these guys, but they didn't take advantage of it, and they looked after me and all those kind of things. But I made them look good. You know what I mean? I knew I
Yes.
was a smaller guy, and they just did what they had to do. I got out, used speed, and it was drop kicks and all those kind of things. And obviously, it was great that these guys, when I did pin them, I made sure, because these are big guys, I made sure hitting turnbuckles where it was that psychology. I mean,
And
hit him with the flying forearm right between the eyes, which should knock close to knocking someone out.
yes,
And you know what I mean. So we had that psychology, you know.
but it was nice because like you kept yourself in such good shape. You looked bigger than you were. Where it's like I might have outweighed you by 20 kilos, but I didn't look like I outweighed you by 20 kilos
Yeah,
because you were in such good shape that it's like you could probably, if they say I weigh 100 kilos, they could say you weigh 95,
yeah,
and it then nobody going back to Jerry Morrow, they did that too. They got it reversed, and so he's in the ring saying like in the ring at 202 pounds, Jerry Morrow, and then I came outweighing like 182 or something like that.
yeah.
They said walking down the aisle weighing 242 pounds, and everybody kind of looked at each other like, "What?" And Jerry was like laughing in the ring, going like, "What is this?" It's like, I don't weigh, I don't. Yeah, it's like they had me build as
Oh,
like
they do
40
it all.
pounds.
We do it all the time,
Yeah,
mate. You know.
it's just, but it's like it was reversed. It's kind of like Andre the Giant weighing 280 and Bret Hart weighing 525, and it's like, no, that's backwards.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, so, but yes, it's just I always had like a healthy respect for, because I mean I know nobody really had the training like the dungeon, but to get in the ring, you had to do some training or you're
Yeah,
insane.
well,
And
I credit my trainers, Ricky Diamond, George the Hitman, Julio.
oh
My God,
yeah, and
yeah. I mean, the Aussie legends of training, those two. I mean, George is the Godfather, and my God, thank you, George. Thank you so
yes,
much, and thank
yeah,
you, Ricky Diamond, for all you do. You know, um,
yeah.
you
So
know,
if you got in the ring, I guess it's kind of like going to war with somebody.
yeah, that's right.
If you're in the trenches with me, I don't care what you did before you got there. You're here with me, so
Let's do it.
I got your back, you got my back,
And we
and
had
that's
a
all I need to know.
So on that
And don't.
note, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna call it for a day. We're gonna have Mr. Helton back on very, very soon. But I'd like to say thank you very much, my friend. It's been just to
Oh,
get to know you and get to know what was a few things about, there's a few things more than wrestling, what wrestling really meant to you, and how it made you the person that you are today.
it's fantastic. It's don't know the type of person I would have been without wrestling, but I'm not sure if I know I wouldn't have been as happy as I am right now because it's been so much since I
Absolutely.
was 11 till I'm 54. It's like still my passion. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Mr. Helton. This has been a chat with Jay, Journey of a Whitefeather with Mr. Helton, the Canadian Hellraiser, Canadian Destroyer. We know those moves. Canadian
yes,
Hellraiser, Jason Helton. And if you want to be a guest on the show, love to have you on, and we can chat about everything and anything that makes you the great person you can teach other people, just as I'm teaching people, giving people the chance of voice stories that will mean something that might change your life and want you to be a better person, live your dreams. So this has been a chat with Jay. Thanks so much. Like, subscribe, and share. YouTube, Buzzsprout, which is 13 different platforms. I always say Buzzsprout, so it's Spotify, iHeartRadio, all them. We're on there. If you want to jump on, DM me, Words of the Warrior on TikTok. Marbles here. I will sell it like a wrestler. Whitewarriorhealth at gmail.com. Jump on Facebook, everywhere else, we're there. And I always finish off with my hero, Bret the Hitman Hart. He trained there. This is great. And I met him. But I always say he get up in the morning and be the best there is, best there was, best ever will be. Thank you, Mr. Helton. And we will
thank
speak to
you.
you soon on a chat with Jay. Take care. We'll see you next time.
Good night.